4 minutes. That's all it took me to find the real reason a 72-year-old woman had been dizzy for 3 years. 4 doctors before me. 3 prescriptions. Not one of them found it. 4 minutes in my office and it was gone that same week. She'd been grabbing walls for 3 years. Sitting on the edge of the bed, waiting for the room to stop spinning. Skipping church because she was scared she'd go down in the aisle. And every doctor she saw told her the same thing. It's your age. Take this pill. Come back in 90 days. Here's what none of them understood. Dizziness is never random. It's a signal. And there are 6 completely different reasons your head spins, each one firing from a different place in your body. Your inner ear, your blood pressure, your neck, your blood sugar, your medication, your circulation. They feel almost identical when they hit. But the fix for one does absolutely nothing for another. That's why you've been chasing this for years and getting nowhere. You've been treating the wrong cause. And here's the part that should scare you. Dizziness is one of the strongest predictors of a serious fall. 1 in 3 seniors who break a hip won't be alive a year later. That spin you shrugged off this morning is your body handing you a warning. $42 billion a year. The fall industry. Hip replacements, surgeries, rehab wards. All treating crashes that a 2-minute test could have stopped. Your dizziness is their paycheck. And don't you dare skip number 2 because it's the most common cause of all and the one almost every doctor walks right past. Every study I'm citing is linked in the description below. One quick thing first. Tell me down in the comments, what's your age and when does the dizziness hit you hardest? I read every comment myself and I answer. Now let's start with number 6, dizziness caused by the one thing almost nobody suspects, and I'll show you exactly how to stop it in minutes. Number 6, dizzy from eye strain and screen overload. This one catches people completely off guard because nobody thinks their eyes could make them dizzy. But they absolutely can, and it is more common than you think. Your brain relies on 3 systems to keep you balanced. Your inner ear, your muscles and joints, and your vision. When your eyes send confused or conflicting signals to your brain, your balance system short circuits, and the result is dizziness. This is called visual vertigo, and a 2021 study published in Frontiers in Neurology found that 30% of patients with unexplained dizziness had a visual processing problem as the primary trigger. Think about what happens when you scroll through your phone for 30 minutes straight. Your eyes are tracking rapid movement on a small, bright screen while your body is sitting completely still. Your eyes are telling your brain you are moving. Your body is telling your brain you are not. That mismatch creates a conflict in your vestibular system, which is your brain's balance control center. And the result is that foggy, off-balance, dizzy sensation. A study from the University of Pittsburgh found that adults who spend more than 4 hours a day on screens were 2.5 times more likely to report episodes of dizziness compared to those with moderate screen use. And it gets worse with age because your eye muscles lose flexibility over time, making it harder for your brain to process rapid visual input. So how do you fix this? The solution is something eye specialists call the 20-20-20 rule, and it is incredibly simple. Every 20 minutes, you stop what you are doing, look at something 20 feet away, and hold your gaze there for 20 seconds. This gives your eye muscles a chance to relax and reset, and it breaks that sensory conflict between your eyes and your body. Researchers at the American Academy of Ophthalmology found that people who followed this rule consistently for just 2 weeks reported a 40% reduction in dizziness episodes related to screen use. On top of that, make sure your screen brightness matches the lighting in your room. A screen that is too bright in a dark room forces your pupils to work overtime and amplifies the visual confusion. If you watch television, sit at least 6 feet away from the screen and avoid lying down while scrolling on your phone because that horizontal position makes the sensory mismatch even worse. One more tip. If you wear glasses, make sure your prescription is current. A study in the British Journal of Ophthalmology found that even a slightly outdated prescription can distort spatial perception enough to trigger recurring dizziness. Something as simple as an eye checkup could be the fix you have been looking for this whole time. Now, that was number 6, But the next one is a hidden cause that millions of people are walking around with and have absolutely no clue about. Number 5, dizzy from neck tension and stiffness. This is one of the most overlooked causes of dizziness in the world, and it has a medical name that most people have never heard. It is called cervicogenic dizziness, and it means your neck is literally making you dizzy. Your neck is packed with tiny sensory receptors called proprioceptors. These receptors constantly send signals to your brain about the position and movement of your head. When your neck muscles are tight, stiff, or misaligned, those signals get scrambled, and your brain cannot figure out where your head is in space. The result is dizziness, and sometimes it comes with a foggy, disoriented feeling that people often mistake for a brain problem. A 2019 study in the journal Musculoskeletal Science and Practice found that 65% of patients with chronic neck pain also reported recurring dizziness. And here is what makes this so tricky. Most of these people went to ear specialists and neurologists first, spending months or even years chasing the wrong diagnosis, when the problem was in their neck the entire time. Modern life makes this worse because we spend hours hunched over phones and computers. That forward head posture compresses the joints in your upper cervical spine, which is the top part of your neck right below your skull. And that is exactly where the highest concentration of those balance receptors lie. A study from the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy found that for every inch your head moves forward from its natural position, the pressure on your cervical spine increases by 10 pounds. So if your head is sitting 3 inches forward, your neck is carrying 30 extra pounds of load, and those balance receptors are under constant stress. The fix for this is targeted neck mobility work. Start with slow chin tucks. You simply pull your chin straight back, like you are making a double chin, hold for 5 seconds, and repeat 10 times. This resets the alignment of your upper cervical spine and takes pressure off those sensory receptors. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Manipulative and Physiological Therapeutics found that patients who performed daily chin tucks and gentle neck rotations for 4 weeks experienced a 58% reduction in dizziness severity. Gentle neck rotations are the next step. Turn your head slowly to the right, hold for 5 seconds, then slowly to the left, and repeat 8 times on each side. The key word here is slowly. Fast movements can actually make cervicogenic dizziness worse because they overwhelm the already confused receptors. You can also apply heat to the base of your skull for 10 minutes before doing these exercises. The warmth increases blood flow and loosens the tight muscles that are compressing those balance sensors. If your dizziness gets noticeably worse when you turn your head or look up, neck tension is very likely your culprit. But now let us move to number 4, because this next cause is something happening inside your blood that you cannot feel until the dizziness hits. Before we continue, make sure you've liked the video and subscribed. The next section could completely change how you think about your health after 60. Number 4, dizzy from iron deficiency and anemia. This one is a silent troublemaker because iron deficiency can steal your balance long before it shows up on a standard blood test. Iron is essential for making hemoglobin, which is the protein in your red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout your body, including to your brain. When your iron levels drop, your brain does not get enough oxygen, and one of the very first symptoms is dizziness. The World Health Organization estimates that over 1.6 billion people worldwide are living with some form of anemia, making it the most common nutritional deficiency on the planet. And a study published in the American Journal of Hematology found that 72% of anemic patients reported dizziness as their primary complaint, even before fatigue or weakness appeared. What makes iron deficiency so sneaky is that you can have low iron stores without being fully anemic. This is called iron deficiency without anemia, and a 2020 study in the journal Blood found that even this early stage causes measurable reductions in oxygen delivery to the brain, enough to trigger dizziness, brain fog, and poor concentration. Your body loses iron every single day through sweat, digestion, and cellular turnover, and if you are not replacing it through your diet, you will slowly slide into deficiency without realizing it. Certain groups are especially at risk. Adults over 60 absorb iron less efficiently due to decreased stomach acid production. A study from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that 23% of adults over 65 have iron levels below the optimal range, and most of them have no idea because their doctors only check for full-blown anemia, not early iron depletion. So how do you fix this? The best dietary sources of iron are red meat, liver, sardines, and dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. But here is a critical detail most people miss. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C increases iron absorption by up to 67%. So squeezing lemon juice over your spinach or eating an orange with your meal is not just a nice habit. It is a scientifically proven way to dramatically boost how much iron your body actually absorbs. On the flip side, avoid drinking tea or coffee with your iron-rich meals. Research from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that tannins in tea can reduce iron absorption by up to 60%. Timing matters too. Taking an iron supplement, if your doctor recommends one, on an empty stomach in the morning with a glass of orange juice gives you the highest absorption rate. A clinical trial in The Lancet showed that patients who corrected their iron deficiency saw dizziness symptoms improve by 70% within just 8 weeks. Your blood could be the reason the room is spinning, and fixing it might be as simple as changing what is on your plate. Now, let us move to number 3, because this next cause hits fast, hard, and often at the worst possible moment. Number 3, dizzy from blood sugar drops. Your brain runs on glucose. That is not a metaphor. That is a biological fact. Your brain consumes about 20% of all the glucose in your body, even though it only makes up 2% of your body weight. So when your blood sugar drops, your brain is the first organ to feel it, and dizziness is often the very first warning sign. This condition is called hypoglycemia, and you do not need to have diabetes to experience it. A 2022 study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that 37% of non-diabetic adults experience episodes of reactive hypoglycemia, which is a blood sugar crash that happens 2 to 4 hours after eating, especially after meals high in refined carbohydrates. Here's what happens. You eat a big plate of white rice, white bread, or sugary cereal. Your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Your body panics and releases a large amount of insulin to bring it down. But the insulin overcompensates and your blood sugar crashes below normal levels. That crash starves your brain of fuel and you feel dizzy, shaky, confused, and sometimes lightheaded enough that you need to sit down immediately. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked 800 adults and found that those who ate high glycemic meals experienced blood sugar drops averaging 30% below their baseline within 3 hours, and 68% of them reported dizziness during the crash. The solution is managing your blood sugar through smarter food choices and meal timing. Focus on low glycemic foods that release glucose slowly into your bloodstream. Think whole grains, legumes, nuts, eggs, and vegetables paired with healthy fats and protein. A study from the University of Sydney found that swapping high glycemic meals for low glycemic ones reduced post-meal blood sugar crashes by 45% in just 2 weeks. Meal timing matters just as much as food choice. Going more than 4 to 5 hours without eating forces your body to dip into emergency glucose reserves, and when those run low, dizziness hits. Eating smaller, balanced meals every 3 to 4 hours keeps your glucose steady and prevents those crashes. If you feel a dizzy spell coming on and suspect low blood sugar, the fastest fix is eating something with natural sugar combined with protein. A banana with a tablespoon of peanut butter or a handful of dates with almonds will bring your blood sugar back up within 10 to 15 minutes without causing another spike and crash cycle. A clinical trial in the journal Nutrients confirmed that combining natural sugar with protein and fat slowed glucose absorption by 38%, preventing the rebound crash. Keep a small emergency snack in your pocket or bag at all times. That simple habit alone could prevent your next dizzy episode before it even starts. Now let us step into number 2, because this next cause is so dangerously common that almost everyone watching this has experienced it. Number 2, dizzy from dehydration. Water makes up 75% of your brain tissue. That single fact should tell you everything you need to know about what happens when you do not drink enough of it. Dehydration is one of the fastest, most direct paths to dizziness, and a massive 2021 study in the journal Nutrients found that 75% of adults are chronically underhydrated without even knowing it. When you are dehydrated, your blood volume drops. When your blood volume drops, your blood pressure falls. When your blood pressure falls, your brain does not get enough blood flow, and the result is dizziness, lightheadedness, and sometimes full-on fainting. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that even a 1.5% decrease in body hydration, which is so small you would not even feel thirsty yet, caused significant increases in dizziness, difficulty concentrating, and headaches. That means by the time you actually feel thirsty, you are already dehydrated enough for your balance to be compromised. This problem gets more dangerous with age because your thirst mechanism weakens over time. A landmark study from the Journal of Gerontology found that adults over 60 have a 40% reduced thirst response compared to younger adults. So your body needs water, but your brain is not sending you the signal to drink it. That is why so many people feel dizzy in the afternoon or after waking up in the morning. You have gone hours without water and your body is running on empty. The solution is not just drinking more water, it is drinking water strategically. Start every single morning with a full glass of water before you eat or drink anything else. Overnight, your body loses water through breathing and sweating, even if you do not notice it. A study from the European Journal of Nutrition found that people who drank 500 milliliters of water first thing in the morning had 25% better blood pressure stability throughout the day compared to those who waited until breakfast. Add a pinch of natural sea salt or a squeeze of lemon to your morning water. The sodium helps your cells retain the water instead of just flushing it straight through. This is not about drinking gallons. It is about consistent, steady hydration throughout the day. Keep a water bottle within arm's reach at all times and take small sips every 15 to 20 minutes. A clinical trial in the British Medical Journal found that structured hydration, meaning small amounts consumed regularly, reduced dizziness episodes by 47% in chronically dehydrated adults within just 1 week. If you do not like plain water, herbal teas, cucumber water, and water-rich fruits like watermelon and oranges all count toward your daily intake. A study from the University of Aberdeen found that water-rich foods can contribute up to 20% of your total daily hydration needs. The fix could literally be sitting in your kitchen right now. But now we have arrived at number 1, and this is the one that changes everything for millions of people. Number 1, dizzy from displaced inner ear crystals. This is the single most common cause of dizziness in the world, and most people have never heard of it. It is called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, or BPPV, and it affects an estimated 2.4 million adults every single year in the United States alone. A study from the journal Otology and Neurology found that BPPV accounts for nearly 50% of all dizziness cases in adults over 40. So if you are dizzy and you do not know why, there is almost a 1 in 2 chance this is the reason. Here is what happens inside your ear. Deep within your inner ear, there is a tiny organ called the utricle that contains microscopic calcium carbonate crystals called otoconia. These crystals sit on a gel-like membrane and help your brain detect gravity and linear motion. Sometimes these crystals break loose and drift into the semicircular canals, which are the 3 fluid-filled tubes in your inner ear that detect rotational head movement. When those loose crystals float through the canals, they disrupt the fluid flow and send false motion signals to your brain. Your brain thinks your head is spinning when it is not, and the result is intense, sudden vertigo that usually lasts 30 to 60 seconds and is triggered by specific head movements like looking up, rolling over in bed, or bending down. A 2019 study in the New England Journal of Medicine confirmed that aging, head trauma, and prolonged bed rest are the 3 biggest risk factors because they make the crystals more likely to detach. The solution is the Epley maneuver, and it is one of the most effective treatments in all of medicine. The Epley maneuver is a series of 4 simple head position changes that use gravity to guide those loose crystals out of the semicircular canal and back into the utricle where they belong. You start by sitting upright on your bed, then turn your head 45 degrees toward the affected ear and lie back quickly so your head hangs slightly off the edge of the bed. You hold that position for 30 seconds. Then you rotate your head 90 degrees to the opposite side and hold for 30 seconds. Then you roll your body onto that same side so you are nearly face down and hold for 30 seconds. Finally, you sit up slowly. The entire process takes less than 2 minutes. A landmark clinical trial from the University of Colorado found that a single Epley maneuver resolved BPPV completely in 89% of patients. A follow-up study published in the journal Laryngoscope found that repeating the maneuver 3 times in one session increased the success rate to 97%. That is a near-perfect cure rate for the most common cause of dizziness in the world, and it requires 0 medication, 0 equipment, and less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. After performing the maneuver, sleep with your head slightly elevated on 2 pillows for 48 hours and try to avoid looking straight up or bending over for a couple of days to prevent the crystals from shifting back. If you are unsure which ear is affected, pay attention to which side triggers the dizziness when you roll over in bed. That is your affected side. This single technique has given millions of people their balance and their confidence back. So there you have it. Those are 6 real, science-backed reasons why you get dizzy and exactly how to stop each one. From screen strain and neck tension to iron deficiency, blood sugar crashes, dehydration, and inner ear crystals, every single one of these has a solution you can start using today. Your dizziness is not a mystery. It is a message from your body, and now you know how to read it. If this video helped you, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video like this. Thank you so much for watching.